Hey y'all, it's Megan. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. So today I am going to be doing some, it's not like weird favorites, let's call it Disney Wanna-Days. It's gonna be basically, I'm gonna go park by park, and today I'm gonna do Magic Kingdom because we always start with Magic Kingdom, of course. And I am going to go through a list, and if I could only do one of each of these things in a park day, what would I do? So if I can only do one ride, one show, hang out in one land, go to one store, have one snack, and meet one character, which ones would I do? And they don't have to be in the same area. It's not like, oh, if I want to ride, you know, Peter Pan, and that means that the land that I go to has to be Fantasyland. I'm just saying that if I was only going to do one ride and then completely leave, don't pay attention to anything else in the land, don't go into any of the stores, don't listen to the music, don't blah, 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 blah. So just, I mean, obviously it's impossible to ride Peter Pan without going into Fantasyland, but if I was only going to truly go in and absorb and experience one land with the music and like sit and enjoy it and walk around and all that, rather than just like running in, doing it, running out. That's what we're doing for today. So Magic Kingdom, what one thing would I do in each of these categories? I'm going to start with the show. What show would I do in Magic Kingdom? And I'm not talking about like fireworks and parades and stuff, because those change periodically, and I'm not real big on the parades and fireworks and stuff anyway. I know that's terrible, but since Wishes is gone, I don't have like a super love for it, so it's not one of the fireworks or parades that's my show. My show is actually the Hall of Presidents, which is a very strange choice, I know, but I absolutely love the Hall of Presidents, mainly because I really like history and like I actually enjoy the show, but also it's nice and cool in there, and like it's a fun place to hang out. So for the one ride that I would do, if I could go into Magic Kingdom and only do one ride the entire time I was there, what do y'all think it would be? Some of you may have guessed the teacups, which would be an admirable guess, because I've mentioned multiple times how much I freaking love the teacups. But no, that would not be my one choice. It would not be the Jungle Cruise either. Sorry if that was your idea, because as much as I love the Jungle Cruise, I don't need to go on it every single time. If I can only do one Disney ride, I can do that one for myself at home. Like I do that one in my living room more frequently than I probably should. But I would do Space Mountain, which a lot of people don't like Space Mountain because it's not like the most intense roller coaster. It's not the best roller coaster. It's kind of jerky. You're in the dark. You can't see anything. I love Space Mountain. I just always have, always will, as far as I know. Space Mountain would definitely be, if I could only ride one ride, that's what I do. It's one of the classics. It's one of my favorites. It was my first like big girl roller coaster that I went on when I was younger. It's one that I've always done with my family, and definitely one of my favorites. So Space Mountain all the way. If I could only do one ride, that's it. For the land, if I could only go into one land and like really like walk through there and look at all the stuff that there is to see and take in all the theming and the atmosphere, Main Street USA would be the one that I would pick. I mentioned in my weird favorites video, which I'll link that up there if you haven't seen that. Check that one out. But Main Street USA has my favorite theme music, my favorite like background music, and I love everything about Main Street USA. So that's the one that I would choose to hang out in. I would just straight up like sit on one of those like alleyways and just listen to the music, listen to all the people walking by. You get to hear all the people who, you know, like when they first come around, they see the castle, you get to hear the reactions and see the reactions, and it's just the most magical place in the most magical place on earth. So definitely Main Street USA would be the land I would pick. Not that that was an easy choice, because we all know how much I love and adore my Adventureland and Liberty Square areas, so those definitely were like contenders, but I had to ultimately go with Main Street USA because that is my favorite area of Magic Kingdom. Kind of going along with that is if I could only go into one store. And this one was difficult because I love Memento Mori over by the Haunted Mansion. I don't know that there is anything in that store that I've ever looked at and been like, I wouldn't buy that. Not that I have purchased everything that's in there, just I would. If I had unlimited quantities of funds with which to purchase things, I would buy literally one of everything that's in that store, possibly more than one of everything if we're being honest. But I definitely love that store. The store that I physically cannot go into Magic Kingdom without going into is the confectionery, and that has been one that my family has always gone into. I mean, that's like the last stop on the way out of Magic Kingdom, and has been for every family trip that, as far as I can remember. We go in there and I get cotton candy and my dad gets some fudge, and my sister and my mom kind of switch it up with what they get. But I always have to get cotton candy, preferably the pink one. I don't know why, but I like the pink one. And it's always like super fresh there because they make it like pretty much all day. So I love the confectionery. I love the smells in the confectionery. I love the costumes in the confectionery. I love watching people try the candies in the confectionery. I love everything about the confectionery. So I can't go into Magic Kingdom without going in there. I know it's not really a store, and the Emporium would be a better choice because there's more stuff in there. You can buy literally anything Disney in there. But for me, the confectionery is the one that I absolutely have to go into every single time, no matter what. So if I only had one, that's the one. If I could only meet one character in my ideal Disney one-a-day situation, it would not be a character that I have not met before. I mean, that would be a logical choice to be like, oh, I would want to meet this person that's like really hard to catch, or doesn't come out very often. That would be the one that I would want to meet. But I want to meet one that I've met before multiple times because he's my favorite. I gotta meet Stitch. He is the cutest thing ever. Plus, Stitch is one of the few characters that's shorter than me, so I get to feel like I'm tall and I'm cool, and we're like kind of like right there, comrades in shortness. And he sometimes like will give you like a lick or a kiss or something when you take pictures with him, and he's just so adorable, and I love everything about Stitch. So definitely Stitch. He usually meets in Tomorrowland, I think, so he would definitely be my pick. Close second would be Gaston, because I've never actually gotten to meet him, and I would like to meet him, hit him with a flex. But I gotta go Stitch. And the last, if I could only do one thing, is only one snack or treat, not necessarily like snack credits based on the Disney dining plan, because I don't do the Disney dining plan, but in my mind, a snack. And I am so sorry that it's not the Dole Whip. When I think of Disney snacks, that's definitely the first thing that I think of, but I really thought long and hard. I looked up every list that I could find of every food in Magic Kingdom to make sure that I wasn't missing anything when I made my choice, and it's not the Dole Whip that is my must-have. It's the Nutella waffle sandwich from Sleepy Hollow over in Liberty Square. That thing changed my dang life. We had it for the first time last year, and I will have it literally every single time we go from now on, because it was sweet, which we all know. I'm the Cookie Monster, so if it's got sugar, hello, where's Meaghan? There she is. And it also was not super heavy, because it was a Belgian waffle, so it was kind of like light and fluffy. Had a little bit of chocolatey flavor with the Nutella, but it wasn't overwhelming. And then it had some fruit on it, so look at that, we are healthy, y'all. We are getting our health food in. So I don't know, just the combination of the fruit and the chocolate and the waffle, it was all really good. My husband and I shared one last time, and I'm thinking the next time we need to each get one, because I definitely could have put my entire face in that waffle and been completely happy about that fact. So that's going to be definitely my, if I could only have one snack at Disney World or at Magic Kingdom, that's going to be the snack. So that is my Disney one a day. It's like a Disney vitamin, like, here we go, one a day. So if I could only do one show, ride, meet one character, see one land, and have one snack, and visit one store, that was the other one, which ones would I do? Those are my choices. I would love to let you know. I just did. I would love to know what your choices are down below. Please let me know if you could only do one thing, see one thing, ride one thing, eat one thing, whatever, while you're in Magic Kingdom specifically. Let me know what those are down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.